Okay, welcome back to Court 1, the second game of Day 3 at the CMAS Age Group World Championships here in Hobart, Tasmania. With 33 seconds to go, counting down on the clock before this game. Great Britain under-23 women versus Argentina under-23 women. I'm Parko, and joining me in the commentary box here is mi amigo, all the way from Argentina, Alfredo. ¿Cómo estás, Alfredo?
Hola, buen día, tú. Buenas noches, Argentina. Acá transmitiendo de la pileta del Hogan Center. Está por arrancar el partido entre Gran Bretaña y Argentina.
It's going to be a very exciting game here today, as Alfredo just said there in Spain, welcoming all the Argentinians and all the South Americans from all the way across the other side of the world as we tune in and watch these amazing athletes crank out there for the first strike. The play immediately getting driven by both teams over that far wall. It's going to be interesting to see which team here takes the lead early, as I believe the Great Britain team go for an initial drive down the centre channel. The buzzer has gone. Argentina put under a little bit of pressure there in defence early on. I might have the teams mixed up here. My apologies if I do. I think I've got black Argentina, white GB, just to confirm for myself and GB there. But it's going to be a free puck to Argentina there, Alfredo.
Hay un primer avance de Gran Bretaña. Ahora se cobra una falta a favor de Argentina. Sacan un advantage. Se está luchando en la mitad de juego.
Exactly, and I completely agree with what Alfredo just said there. And as you can see, the Argentinian ladies had a good possession as they drove that puck out to the near side wall as the referees call another infringement. Robbie Kilpatrick there, you can see him just holding that puck on the bottom and having a look at the ref that called the infringement to get that puck set up and give that advantage to the GB ladies as quickly as possible. You can see the referee setting the lineup, and the GB ladies with 2 in front of the puck and 4 behind as they drive that puck straight through, or attempt to drive the puck through the middle of the Argentinians, but then change their minds and go all the way outside, then back inside on a 45, trying to sort of find a space to hit the tray. It's a good flick from the outside. I don't know if it went into the tray, but very close to scoring a goal there, Alfredo.
Muy vertiginoso el comienzo de Gran Bretaña. Argentina tratando de sellar las calles para que no puedan entrar. Ahora el juego se está desarrollando en la pared de la defensa argentina. Ahí estamos viendo a Emi Mautino, que está abriendo a la derecha. Ahí se está abriendo. La toma Lu con Tardi. Ahí creo que está Sana Oviedo ahí. Se ven todas las jugadoras luchando, tratando de abrir. Otra vez hacia la pared derecha. Los árbitros dejan seguir jugando, pero hay uno que para el partido.
Exacto. It looks to me like the referees have called another infringement. Unfortunately for the Argentinian teams, it is against them as they push them back and give the advantage to the GB ladies. We've been speaking about hipster beards today. We saw Andrew, the Canadian under-23 ladies coach, sporting a very nice beard there, and I'm sure he's making a lot of the hipsters in Hobart, Tasmania, the beautiful state of Tasmania, very jealous of just how good and thick that beard is. We haven't confirmed yet with Andrew as the GB ladies press an advantage very close to the Argentinian defensive goal tray there, rocking and rolling with a really nice inside-out move. Unfortunately, that lady got hit by a very strong Argentinian defender there. We haven't confirmed yet with Andrew if he has put any Brill cream in his beard. I'm hoping not, because that could affect the visibility in the pool there today, Alfredo.
Ahí abrió Emi Mautino a la pared izquierda, pero fue frenada. El partido se está parando. Una nueva falta del equipo argentino. Tenemos un advantage en zona defensiva de Argentina.
I'm pretty sure Alfredo just confirmed that Andrew does not have any Brill cream in his beard, and he is all El Natural as the GB ladies get another advantage puck, and they stream in onto the Argentinian defence in a big number of 5 ladies sort of in a line with 1 in behind. The Argentinians are up to the challenge, though, as they drive that puck straight back underneath the sub-bench side. It's a real sort of tightly locked contest as we see the first 4 minutes of this half tick over, and the referees again pulling up an infringement. It looks to me like it was a breaking foul possibly on the Argentinian ladies, so there is going to be another advantage puck to the GB girls there, Alfredo.
Ahí logró cortar a Aye Femení hacia la pared, pero hay una falta que no sé cuál será, pero bueno, tenemos un nuevo advantage en contra.
As the GB ladies take another advantage puck, but unfortunately the buzzer has gone again Interesting to see what the referees have seen here. I can't see any clear surface signal. The players are all kind of looking around. I think it might be an equal puck now. It looked to me like maybe the GB ladies might have broken on their advantage puck. It looks like the referees are having a little bit of a ref conference, a reference, in other words. So, you know, whilst all of you guys at home are still thinking about Andrew's delicious beard from the Canadian under-23 ladies team, and I'd also like to point your attention to the fact that there is a game going on here, and the GBs do have another advantage truck right in front of the Argentinian defensive tray as they push that goal maybe into the tray there, Alfredo.
Ahí volvieron a sacar, entraron por el medio. Ahí logra salir Emi Mautino. Vuelve a haber un cobro. Cobran penalty en contra de Argentina.
So we're going to see a 2-on-1 penalty going against the Argentinians here. Interesting that the refs didn't actually call it a penalty goal, but they must have thought that it was a foul that but obviously occurred inside the 3-metre D, but may not have definitely led to a goal. So they are going to give the Argentinians a chance of defending this penalty here. As you can see there, the GB ladies are having a chat about their strategy, how they're going to take this. The defender cannot take her hand off the wall until they touch the puck. As the flick goes, she gets a good knockdown, but unfortunately the second attacker of the GB ladies hits her as soon as she knocks the puck down. The referees are not giving them any kind of quality signal that's indicating that it is a goal. So I think it looks like it may not be a goal here, Alfredo.
Ahí Lu Contardi defendiendo el penal. Aparentemente un tiro muy cerca de la cabeza. No goal. Así que el partido, entiendo, sigue 0-0.
So no goal there for the GB ladies. A real get-out-of-jail free card for the Argentinians there. So what basically happened is that GB attacker, the one on the puck, unfortunately flicked that puck either into the head or too close to the head of the Argentinian defender. And unfortunately, the person that flicks that puck is responsible for where that puck goes. So if it does go too close, then the dangerous flick rule applies. You can see that the referee's tapping their forehead with a closed fist and giving that GB attacker 2 minutes in the sin bin for a too dangerous flick. As the play continues, GB ladies convincingly win that strike and straight away drive that puck over to the far side there, Alfredo.
Creo que es momento de aprovechar. Ha salido la jugadora expulsada por esa jugada peligrosa. Argentina está jugando con 6. Es momento de avanzar. Ahora hay un cobro, un paro del partido por una falta. Y la falta es en contra de...
Exacto. I couldn't agree more with you, Alfredo, as the referees pull up another infringement and push the GB girls back. They've specifically warned a GB player there, I think, for chopping or some kind of illegal infringement. Sorry, I didn't see the signal. We just tick under 10 minutes to go in this first half as the Argentinians press that advantage puck on that far side wall. You can see there's a lot of numbers on the bottom at the moment as they desperately try and drive that puck and try and establish some kind of attacking advantage on the GB ladies. The GB ladies, unfortunately, were up to the challenge as the Argentinians tried to switch that play around, but then the buzzer goes and another infringement has been called. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in this passage of play. 0-0 here, Alfredo.
Teníamos un penal, un tiro libre a favor. Se vuelve a parar el partido por las expresiones de las jugadoras. Ahora vuelven a sacar por el medio, tratando de abrir hacia la pared izquierda. Siguen avanzando en bloque, tratando de abrir hacia las paredes, tratando de encontrar algún callejón en la defensa de Gran Bretaña. Seguimos avanzando. Ahí está San Oviedo. La toma Florencia Lavanchi. De atrás viene Emi. Zafa y van hacia la pared de Gran Bretaña. Vuelven a centralizar. Se está abriendo el partido, tratando de centralizar y entrar por el medio.
Some really good possession, strong driving play there displayed by the Argentinian ladies. As you could see, they were running some really nice, just sort of slightly off straight attacking lines there on the GB defense as the referees warn one of the GB players for chopping and make sure the chief referee sees that number that they've given the warning to, as the Argentinian ladies will have an advantage puck here right in front of the defensive tray for the GB ladies. An exciting time for Argentina here, Alfredo.
Ahí es advertida una jugadora de Gran Bretaña por juego brusco. Tenemos un tiro libre en el medio, sacan, vuelve a tomar, ahí lo toma San Oviedo, Flor Lavanchi, tratando de avanzar. Estamos muy cerca del gol. Creo que fue gol, creo que fue gol. Sí, es gol de Argentina.
An amazing team goal there by Argentina. The British ladies were really desperate in defence, but unfortunately the Argentinians just pressed that puck and put a lot of pressure straight through the centre channel. The GB ladies aren't happy about it, but you could see that left-hand forward for Argentina just in the perfect position as the GB ladies tried to bring that puck out towards their sub-bench side. She was just in a great position to finish that goal off right on the corner of the tray. As you can see, the Argentinian coach calling a timeout there, a really an amazing result for Argentina and a surprising result for GB because they had applied a lot of attacking pressure in this the first 7 minutes of this first half in this game. But well done to Argentina for a very nice passage of play leading to the first goal of the game, Alfredo.
Ahí Argentina supo aprovechar esa jugadora de más. San Oviedo con Flor Lavanchi avanzaron, hicieron el gol y ahora se pide minuto Lugo para Catril Femenina para refrescar ideas y tratar de volver a avanzar porque en realidad fue el primer avance de Argentina y logramos hacer gol.
Interestingly enough, as this timeout draws to a close, you can see the GB ladies there have opted for a floaty drink bottle holder that isn't an animal. So unfortunately, probably not as impressive as Eric the Elephant, which is the under-19 GB ladies floaty drink bottle holder, who I think this is his second Worlds. So, maybe that might be a little bit of a disadvantage for the GB ladies as they kick off with the strike here with 7 minutes to go in this first half. They just won that strike and they press a centre channel attacking move onto the Argentinian ladies who are down in numbers and drive that puck out to their near side with a little bit of rock and roll happening and a good swim, sort of smashing hit by that right-hand side GB attacker there as the puck goes all the way into the corner and then a gutsy, basically solo swim straight across the tray under pressure by the Argentinians, and they managed to pull it off as they press their advantage through that centre channel there, Alfredo.
Impresionante, acabamos de ver una medialuna suicida hecha por Juli Meinardi, pero se para el juego nuevamente, una falta aparente del equipo de Gran Bretaña, la falta. Tenemos un tiro libre en nuestra zona defensiva en la parte media.
Robbie Kilpatrick, number 9 referee there, calling the infringement against the GB ladies. I'm pretty sure that's what Alfredo was saying. And you can see he's got a very tightly locked down ponytail hanging out the back there of his red cap, which obviously doesn't want to let that hair sort of flap around in the water because that would definitely restrict his ability to referee this game. So hats off to Robbie for keeping that ponytail dialed down there, Alfredo.
Ahí nuevamente el equipo de Gran Bretaña presionando, llevándonos hacia la pared el equipo argentino, defendiendo. Ahí estamos haciendo relevos para poder aguantar el asedio de Gran Bretaña. Nuevamente trata de descentralizar el equipo de Gran Bretaña. Abrimos hacia la pared. Ahí estoy viendo a Juli Menardi defendiendo en la pared.
So the play continues underneath the sub-bench of the Argentinian ladies here as the GB girls try and just sort of get back one goal on the Argentinians and just sort of draw level 1-1. The Argentinians doing a very good job of defending a pretty solid Great Britain sort of attacking series of moves here as the referees call another infringement up. Little bit of a lazy chopping signal there by that ref. He likes the little sort of downward hand signal, sort of like lazy wrist kind of chopping signal. Interesting is I think the other referees tend to like to sort of look like they're chopping their own hand off as they give that signal. But that particular referee in there with a sort of dialed down beard, not as much of an impressive beard as the Canadian Coach Andrew of those under-23 ladies has got. But anyway, he does have a beard. He needs to do a little bit more work on it and possibly a little bit more sort of assertiveness in that chopping signal that he's got there. As you can see, the GB ladies again pressing and attacking advantage, and the Argentinian ladies again looking like they're up to the challenge. They are under pressure, a lot more pressure than what they were before, as they again try and get that puck over the other side of the tray. A good sort of defensive move there as it goes all the way to the back wall into the defensive corner there, Alfredo.
Ahí en una jugada bastante peligrosa, Emi Mautino logró zafar, pero los árbitros paran el partido marcan tiempo de árbitro cuando se tocan los hombros. Van a discutir a ver qué falta vio uno. Había muchos jugadores abajo, seguramente los tres no pudieron ver toda la jugada. Ahí están hablando con el árbitro que vio la jugada.
Interesting, the referees are having a good conference in the pool at the moment about a point of conjecture. It's going to be interesting to see which way this goes. It could go maybe against the Argentinians. They are sort of gesticulating with their hands that there might have been a bit of a foul, and then now they're pointing at the Argentinians, explaining, like a case in point, for lack of a better word. So the GB ladies are all paying a lot of attention to the way this thing is going. It looks like it's going to be an advantage puck for GB against Argentina right in there in front of their defensive goal as the GB ladies sort of press attack and don't even bother about trying to go anywhere except for straight at that Argentinian defence, which is up to the challenge as they drive that puck all the way out to the Argentinian sin bin as another infringement goes. And the referee's definitely getting very involved in this game, just trying to keep this game as clean as possible, Alfredo.
Argentina logra zafar de un tiro libre muy peligroso en la mitad del arco. Van hacia la pared, pero vuelven a cobrar una falta del equipo argentino, así que volvemos a tener un tiro libre muy cerca de la zona de la portería.
As GB press their attack again straight through the centre channel of that Argentinian defence, right in front of the goal tray. Argentina desperately trying to keep that puck out, and a good sort of pressurised flick off the GB ladies as the puck goes back into the centre channel. A lot of rock and rolling going on, a lot of desperation as the Argentinians try and drive that puck out that far side back wall. Again, the puck comes back into the centre. A lot of people staying down, just second and third efforts going everywhere. Desperately, Argentina just sort of get that puck towards the corner, and it looks like they are going to defend this attacking move by the GB ladies. Very good passages of play by both teams. A lot of desperation getting thrown around in there. You can see the Argentinians just slowing the play up. No clear winner in that passage of play there, Alfredo.
Volvemos a zafar, impresionante la defensa argentina, se abren hacia a la pared izquierda, pero vuelve a haber un cobro. Yo creo que para mí fue un tiro muy cerca de la cabeza de la jugadora argentina. Los árbitros cruzan los brazos, es un equal, un pique.
So it's going to be an equal puck called by the referees. So both teams are going to have an equal crack at this advantage puck here as both players drop down to the surface as quickly as they can. The British ladies much quicker than the Argentinians in that case as the play sort of moves over into the centre channel again, and the British ladies managed to draw an advantage straight through a couple of Argentinian defenders. The puck has ended up in the tray. There's GB ladies clapping away. There's confirmation from the referees that is a goal for GB. So they have drawn level with Argentina, 1-1. I think that was number 2 for the GB team. So looking at my list here, number 2 for GB is Emma Pitchforth. Well done, Emma, for a very nice, hard goal scored on a quality opposition defence there. As you can see, the GB ladies are getting some subs in. And I think it might actually be a timeout called. As you can see, the GB ladies are all sort of congregating down their end of the court. So both teams are going to have a minute's rest in a very tight first half so far, Alfredo.
Tuvimos 5 advantages en contra. La insistencia de Gran Bretaña dio su fruto. El partido ahora está 1-1.
Yep, you are correct there, Alfredo. Number 9 referee Robbie Kilpatrick did used to be called Fabio back in the day. That was basically because his ponytail was quite long, and he used to love just sitting on the side of the pool with his shirt off and just sort of like organising his locks kind of behind his ears. He loves sort of like getting his locks back flowing in the air there before he tied it down into a ponytail. Sometimes he just walk around without it in a ponytail, just with his lovely locks just sort of flapping around the pool deck. So interesting anecdote that you knew that, Alfredo, as we see this kick off. 1.5 minutes to go. The GB ladies winning that strike there as the Argentinian ladies immediately have pressure applied to them. Again in that centre channel. Both teams are pretty keen on the centre channel this game with just over a minute to go there, Alfredo.
Ahí Guillermina Ariza salió de punta, no logró llegar primera, pero logró trabar el tejo. El juego ahora se está desarrollando en la pared, en la defensa argentina. tratando de salir por la pared o de abrir una media luna para abrir el juego.
And here Argentina come again, right underneath their sub bench. They have spent a fair bit of time there in this first half, trying to establish some kind of attacking momentum. A nice little under the body movement, and then again by that Argentinian lady as she drives that wall. Very nice. Number 9 there for Argentina, which was Emma Maltino. A very nice display of skills as she sort of gained an advantage on the GB ladies. Unfortunately, the refs have seen something they didn't like, and now number 9 for Argentina, Amelia, is going to go and spend a minute in the sin bin, Alfredo.
Muy linda maniobra de Emi Mautino, ahí se sacó una jugadora de encima, después cobraron una falta y ahí estamos viendo que hay otro cobro de la número 9. Sí, Emi Mautino sale penalizada.
The GB ladies again applying some really good attacking pressure on the right-hand side of this near side court. The buzzer goes again, and that's half-time called by the chief referee as the girls swap sides now and have 3 minutes to get some hydration going, listen to some good words from their coach, and just get ready for the second half of this exciting sort of nail-biting game that we're experiencing today at the Doon Kennedy Hobart Aquatic Centre. I guess to recap this half, it's been a very tight battle between these two teams. No team has had any kind of clear advantage for any length of time. Both teams have just been sort of trying to kind of open it up every now and again, but most of the time allowing that puck to stay on one wall, and then when the puck does come off the wall, it sort of goes to this channel, but no further than that most of the time before they try and either bring it back to that same side, back to where their structure is. You can see a very nice floaty device that the GB under-23 ladies there are using. It's got a few flowers and maybe a couple of fishes on that clear floaty thing. What do you think about that one, Alfredo?
Bueno, ya esperábamos este partido que fuera muy físico. Hasta ahora hay un leve dominio de Gran Bretaña. En realidad ha estado poco efectivo porque ha tenido más oportunidades. Argentina tuvo menos oportunidades, pero mucho más efectivo. Así que, bueno, en el segundo tiempo habrá que ver si pueden, digamos, aguantar este nivel de físico para poder ganar el partido, sostenerlo y seguir adelante.
Interestingly enough, the Argentinian ladies look to be just going with the standard sort of milk tray with sort of a floaty kind of noodle cable tied or strapped to either side of that milk tray. As you can hear the Argentinian ladies just sort of scream Argentina to rev themselves up for this second half. A good shot of their milk tray you can see there in the sub-band side. The GB ladies sort of preferring for that little kind of rowboat type floaty device there that they've got all their drink bottles in and other paraphernalia that their spare gear and stuff like that is going to sit in. And I don't know, maybe these girls will be able to row themselves into a position to win this game from in this second half of this game. But I'll tell you what, from what we've seen in the first half, I don't reckon the Argentinians are going to allow them to do it easy, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahora 40 segundos de que arranque el segundo tiempo. Tenemos una jugadora en la zona de castigo, así que estamos arrancando con 5. Habrá que aguantar el embate de este segundo tiempo del equipo de Gran Bretaña. Así que, bueno, esperando los segundos finales para que arranque la segunda parte.
You can see some other male competitors just sort of warming up on the side where the Argentinians are, right in that sort of breezeway area, right between the dive pool and this court one, as the 7 seconds get counted down for the second half to continue. They're just sort of going with the old right leg, left and right action, which does end up sort of releasing the hips there. So nice work, guys, on your warm-up as these GB ladies and Argentinian ladies swim in to contest this second half. The GB ladies just winning that strike and just sort of drive that centre channel before the Argentinian ladies take it out to that far side court there, Alfredo.
Ahí salió Charito Portioli al tejo, no logró llegar, pero el juego se estabiliza en la mitad de la cancha, seguramente llevando el tejo hacia la pared izquierda para que los segundos se consuman y poder lograr que la jugadora Emilia Mautino vuelva al juego.
As these two very well-matched teams just continue this contest, and the puck's sort of like coming back into the centre channel, and the Argentinians just sort of trying to drive it across the other side of the pool. The GB ladies right onto them, though, as they recycle that puck back into another player and just sort of desperately try and get it into the centre channel. Argentinian ladies, in this case, were up to the challenge in defence as they consolidate possession and gain possession of that puck right underneath their sub-bench side before the GB ladies take it back into the centre channel. No team is clearly gaining possession here. It's sort of like a couple of seconds or a couple of split seconds. One team's got the puck and then another one. As you can see there, the GB ladies with a nice inside pass and a right-hand side swim. As the buzzer goes, the referees were playing advantage on something. Again, they're going to call an infringement. Looks like a warning on a GB player this time. Number 9 for GB. He's pointing at someone and giving the obstruction call. It's going to be an advantage puck for Argentina here, Alfredo.
Ahí hay un cobro. Logramos zafar de la primera presión del equipo de Gran Bretaña. Tenemos un tiro libre. Creo que ya recuperamos a las jugadoras. Ahora estamos de 6.
If we go again as the contest continues. Again, these teams so evenly matched and playing quite a similar style. I don't know if you guys on the chat are listening, but we seem to be having a couple of technical difficulties with my mic. So if you could let us know how it's sounding on your end, that'd be great. It's a little bit hard for our sound technician to tell here. As you can see, the message has gone out there on the live chat, but I will continue as though there's nothing wrong, and you are just loving the sound of my dulcet tones as the Argentinians press a attacking advantage, driving the left-hand side of that centre channel, just outside the screen now on our centre camera. The GB ladies look to have nullified that attack and just sort of turned it around, getting closer to that far side wall, bringing it back into the centre and going for a bit of a 45 swim with an Argentinian defender right on the money, but again, a good, strong swim by a attacking GB lady as she just sort of tries to recycle that puck on a strong curl back into the centre channel. The GB ladies taking it all the way to the goal. It looks like it's gone in. The referee was right there. He would have seen any infringement that occurred if it actually did occur. There is going to be confirmation. It does look like it's going to be goal number 2 for GB. That was number 11, so Coach Glenn Schofield will be happy with that as Danielle Ritchie, number 11 for GB, scores their second goal of the game. And it looks like those girls have managed to row that little rowboat floaty for their second goal there, Alfredo.
Hubo una media luna que quiso abrir Argentina. Inteligentemente el equipo de Gran Bretaña lo cortó. Fueron avanzando en bloque y estamos ahora 2-1.
As they gain, the ladies swim in from the side, and the GB ladies win that strike by an absolute country mile. Basically, that striker for GB swam that puck straight at the Argentinian structure without really trying to change her line at all and without much support. So not surprisingly, the Argentinian ladies basically gain control of that possession, look like they're driving the centre channel, but just knock that puck back as the GB ladies managed to gain possession again and drive it over to the far side of the court. The buzzer has gone off again. The referees have called an infringement. It looks like another obstruction call. This time it's going to go against the GB ladies and for the Argentinians, Alfredo.
Ahí vimos una buena maniobra de ARG femenina tratando de combinar con Flor Lavanchi. Hay una obstrucción de una jugadora inglesa, así que tenemos un prometedor tiro libre en la mitad de la cancha.
Off the buzzer goes, and these very determined Argentinian ladies again press their advantage off an advantage puck. Unfortunately, the GB defenders are up to the challenge, and they drive that puck straight back out wide to the far side of the court, just sort of squeezing all the space they've got laterally all the way to that far side wall. And again, the contest gets locked up on that wall. As you can see, the puck is really not going either one way or the other very fast. You can see an Argentinian lady just desperately trying to sub out and get a fresh player in there as a breakaway swim occurs from a GB lady. She's got the line and it looks like she's going to take it all the way to the tray. There's a lot of cheering going on in the stands. The referees are confirming it is goal number 3 for GB. And I believe that was either number 7 for GB. I'll just wait for the confirmation of the player. for GB, but unfortunately the Argentinians are going to go 3-1 down to GB with just under 11 minutes, or sorry, just over 9 minutes to go in this second half, Alfredo.
Bueno, en nuestro tiro libre hubo una escapada de una jugadora de Gran Bretaña, un contragolpe muy rápido. Ahora estamos 3-1. El equipo argentino pide minutos, seguramente como para refrescar ideas y tratar de que este partido no se escape.
I think it might have been number 13 for GB there. Maddie Walker swimming that puck with a really nice swim all the way to the tray. I believe the referees did signal a fist and then a 3 in the other hand, which means 13. So hopefully I've got that right there, Maddie. And my apologies to the GB lady that did score that goal if I'm incorrect. But very well played by the GB ladies in this second half, going up two goals in front of the Argentinian team. The Argentinians are playing well, but just sort of struggling at the moment to get any kind of quality attacking move going as the clock counts down and we kick off with just under 9.5 minutes to go, Alfredo.
Ahí vemos salir a Charo Portioli, trata de frenar ahí, hay un tumulto, hay un cobro, una falta y tenemos un tiro libre en la mitad de la cancha, momento de descontar en el partido.
So the refs have called a breaking foul on the GB ladies, and the Argentinians will get another advantage puck in the centre of the park there. Again, they press straight down that centre channel, and the GB ladies straight away counter-attack with a good amount of support on the bottom with a strong swim down the right-hand side. And again, the GB attackers just sort of managed to swoop on that puck right before the Argentinian structure can get there in numbers to sort of counteract that. Good drive as the referees call up another infringement, hunting for that player. Looks like a bit of obstruction with the head, and he's going to, Robbie Kilpatrick, a.k.a. Fabio, he's going to give a 1 minute in the sin bin to an Argentinian player there for a little bit of head obstruction there, Alfredo.
Ahí los árbitros marcan una obstrucción. Aparentemente la jugadora número 9, Emilia Mautino. Volvemos a jugar con 5, tratando de defender este.
So the play continues, and the GB ladies again pressing an attacking advantage on a Argentinian team that is having to do a lot of defensive work at the moment just to keep these GB ladies out of their defensive goal. The play's on the far side of the court at the moment as the buzzer goes again. The referees are having to get very involved in this game. They are obviously seeing a lot of fouls that are affecting the game as the referee gives a warning for a chopping foul on the GB ladies. The Argentinian ladies get a little bit of a reprieve and will be able to set up for an advantage puck in their defensive half. But remember, guys, they are one player down, so they're playing 5 versus 6 at the moment. Interesting to see if the Argentinian ladies bring this puck over to their sub-bench side. I'm sure they're going to be under a lot of pressure by the GB ladies if they try that, Alfredo.
Logramos zafar del primer tiro libre, abrimos hacia la pared izquierda. El árbitro marcó que hubo golpe en el guante de una jugadora argentina. Volvemos a tener un tiro libre. Argentina tratando de sostener el juego en la pared. Complicado porque estamos en la pared opuesta al relevo. Así que ahí vuelven a marcar. Otra vez una jugadora de Gran Bretaña hace una falta sobre el guante. Así que tenemos un nuevo tiro libre. En cualquier momento vuelve a entrar Emi Mautino al juego. Ya volvió a entrar porque la banca de relevo está vacía.
So again, the Argentinian ladies get a little bit of a break and an advantage puck off the GB ladies. Seem to have been gloving the puck. So an infringement called against the GB ladies. A smart play by the Argentinian ladies to keep that puck right underneath where their sin bin player was sitting, because now she's back in the water. So they've got a full complement of 6 players back in the water with just over 6 minutes to go. It is their advantage puck, I believe, unless the referees have turned this decision around. It looks to me like they are having a little bit of a chat, and it might be an equal puck now. Maybe the Argentinian ladies might have broke on their free puck. I'm not quite sure. There is a ref's timeout as we get a good bird's eye view of the full court and the massive size of this 25 by 15 metre full-size underwater hockey court as play continues. And the GB ladies again put some good attacking pressure on the Argentinian defense there, Alfredo.
Bueno, el partido están faltando un poquito menos de 6 minutos, creo que todavía se puede descontar. Complicado ahora presionando mucho el equipo de Gran Bretaña. Van hacia la pared, el árbitro está cobrando una obstrucción de una jugadora argentina. Tenemos un nuevo tiro libre en zona defensiva de Argentina.
You can see there the referee just signaling to a couple of questions from the GB ladies saying that, yeah, I was playing advantage and now it's your advantage puck. So here we go, the GB ladies setting up to take an advantage puck right in front of their attacking tray. A nice little sort of on-angle push right into the tray. The referee's hand goes up as the puck has been put into the tray by the looks of it. I do believe that was definitely a puck that went in the goals. The referees are going to have a chat about it. It'd be interesting to see if they saw any kind of infringement caused by the GB ladies prior to that puck going in. Otherwise, unfortunately for Argentina, I think this might actually be another goal. We'll wait and see what the official word is as they have a good chat about it. We've just got over 5 minutes to go in this game, and maybe those signals are actually indicating that it might not be a goal here, Alfredo.
Hubo gol de Gran Bretaña, pero el árbitro está marcando que hubo una obstrucción previa, por eso se toma las manos hacia el pecho. Así que estamos zafando y vamos a salir con un tiro libre desde nuestra área defensiva.
So no goal for the GB attacking move there. They did not get rewarded for all their efforts of taking that puck all the way into the tray. Unfortunately, the referees had seen the infringement that had occurred prior to that puck going into the tray, obviously. So again, the Argentinian ladies get let off the hook and have another chance to sort of create some kind of attacking pressure, some kind of attacking move that is going to end up taking them hopefully down the court and give them or put them in a position where they might be able to score and sort of drag this 3-1 scoreline back a little bit closer. These girls are going to have to come up with something pretty special. As you can see, again, the referees have found a player that has committed an infringement. It's going to be GB player sitting in the sin bin. Let's wait for the number. It looks like it is the captain of the team, number 11 for GB, that's going to spend a minute in the sin bin. Danielle Ritchie, chopping foul. The referees have decided that that was a little bit too much, so Danielle's going to have to spend a minute in the chair thinking about it as the referees again are having a chat with the chief referee this time, a ref's timeout, or maybe, sorry, it's a player's timeout. My apologies. A very close game, but at the moment the GB ladies with their nose in front, 3-1, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí parece que hay faltas reiteradas de la jugadora, por eso la sacan a la zona de castigo. Ahora hay tiempo de árbitro, evidentemente están discutiendo alguna falta o algo reiterado del equipo de Gran Bretaña. Argentina tomando aire y creo que es el momento de descontar. Tenemos una jugadora de más y tenemos un tiro libre en la mitad de la cancha.
So as we count down the last 6 seconds for this players' timeout, or team's timeout, I should say, we've got just under 4 minutes remaining in this second half. The GB under-23 ladies leading the Argentinian ladies 3-1, so not an insurmountable scoreline to come back from. But unfortunately for the Argentinian ladies, the GB team is again pressing an attacking play all the way down to that near side, attacking left-hand corner, right underneath the sub-bench of the Argentinians. You can see the referee playing advantage for something. He's got his hand up, waving around now. Robbie Kilpatrick, Fabio has seen something that he didn't like. He's going to sin bin an Argentinian player, player number 1 for Argentina. That is
Florencia Lavanchi.
Florencia Lavanchi. Thank you very much, Alfredo.
Sí, evidentemente hizo una falta, la penalizan sacándola afuera. Fue una lástima, teníamos ese tiro libre a favor, pero Gran Bretaña lo cortó y nos llevó a zona defensiva de Argentina. Ahora creo que estamos, ahí vuelve a entrar la jugadora de Gran Bretaña. Otra vez estamos defendiendo 5 y contra 6 jugadoras de Gran Bretaña.
Interestingly enough, the referees have called a ref's timeout at the moment, and the player that was in the sin bin has dived back in the pool. So they're conferring with the chief referee. You know, there's some words going on, there's some nodding, there's some gesticulating, which is not uncommon by the referees to try and explain to each other their perspectives. Obviously, I can't preempt what the decision is going to be. It looks like it's going to go against the Argentinians and for the GB ladies, but I believe that Valencia Florencia is back in the pool. Oh no, she might actually be getting. Wait, no, they've changed the players, so now it's a different player that's going to go into the sin bin. Oh no, it's the same one. No, I was getting all excited. It was going to be someone different, but no, Florencia is back in the sin bin to carry out her minute in there as the play continues with 3 minutes to go, and the Argentinians having to do a lot of defense here, Alfredo.
Bueno, finalmente el Florencia va a la zona de relevos, de castigo. Había una confusión ahí con los árbitros, estuvieron charlando. Ahora Argentina defendiendo, tratando de zafar de este momento con 5 jugadoras. Ahí sale Charito Portiole llevándola a la pared. Vuelven a parar el partido. Una falta de una jugadora argentina sobre el guante de una jugadora de Gran Bretaña. Volvemos a tener un tiro libre en contra en zona defensiva.
You can see there the referee calling an advantage puck again for the GB and calling a gloving foul on the Argentinians, and his specific gloving foul indication with his hands was very snappy there. So even though he's got a little bit of a limp wrist when he calls a chopping foul, he does have a very snappy gloving foul indicator going on in that pool. So, I mean, hats off to him for, look at that thing. It was awesome, and a very snappy equal puck signal as well. So he's just obviously picked up his game in a big way as an equal puck is going to be carried out here. There is another ref's timeout as the players set up for that equal puck. They are going to have another chat, or maybe they're just sort of getting out of the way of each other as the buzzer goes and we reconvene with just under 2 minutes to go here, Alfredo.
Bueno, el juego ahora está muy friccionado. El árbitro cruzó las manos, o sea que cobró un equal porque no se sabía quién había hecho la falta. Ahí vuelven a sacar. Argentina tratando de llevar a la pared izquierda, tratando de salir. Ahora el juego está en una meseta.
So the play continues over on that far side, and again, as we've seen a lot in this game, it does sort of get bogged down over that side with no team getting any kind of clear advantage. You can see they're both trying to go forward. The GB ladies have drawn it off the wall now, and they are pushing a 45 line at their attacking tray, which has put the Argentinian defense under a fair bit of pressure, but they're up to the challenge this time as they drive that puck back into the corner and get a good rotation back behind the puck in between the goal and the corner of the court. You can see the referee just getting out of the way of the players as there's a lot of bodies in there, lots of up and down. There's a bit of an advantage puck is being played. It'd be interesting to see which team is actually giving that advantage puck for. It's always interesting when the puck is in the corner as an advantage puck is called because it's very hard to see a clear advantage going on. But unfortunately, it's going to be against the Argentinians for a bit of a free arm. And that lady there on the camera is going to spend another minute in the bin. Number 7 for Argentina. So Melissa Aracena.
Melissa Aracena, sí, es multada para salir al banco de castigo. Momento complicado. Ahí veíamos a San Oviedo y a Juli Menardi haciendo cinta para llevar el juego a la pared. Ahora volvemos a defender con 5. Zafamos, vamos hacia la pared izquierda de la defensa argentina. Gran Bretaña toma el dominio del juego, se va hacia la izquierda, abre, ahí está cortando, hay un nuevo cobro, ahí vemos a San Oviedo con el gorrito rosado. Zafamos, tenemos un tiro libre a favor, a respirar porque ya falta muy poquito, este partido está por terminar.
I could not agree with you more there, Alfredo, as we count down the last 30 seconds of this second half. Robbie Kilpatrick pulling up an infringement against the GB players there, and Argentina take the advantage puck. But once again, that puck comes all the way over to a wall, and then you can see there's no clear advantage being gained by either team. A couple of Argentinians versus one sort of very level-head GB lady on the wall there. The puck comes towards the centre channel as the puck gets recycled and tried to be pushed to an attacking advantage by the Argentinians, but the GB ladies are up for that challenge as they drive that puck back over to the side wall. Full-time buzzer goes, and unfortunately for the Argentinians, the GB ladies are going to take this game out. The winners, 3-1 in a very hard-fought match. Very close game there, Alfredo.
Bueno, ahí vimos un último embate de Argentina tratando de descontar. El partido ha terminado 3-1, un gran esfuerzo de las chicas, un partido muy físico con Gran Bretaña, algo que ya esperábamos. pero felicitaciones al equipo argentino que está debutando en esta Copa Juvenil en Hobart.
We will try and get out to the poolside to get a couple of quick interviews with the players, but unfortunately we've only got just over 6.5 minutes to go until the next game, because obviously when the refs get really involved like they did in this game, it does chew into the time in between games. So that's it from us here in the commentary box, and hopefully we'll be able to chat to a few of these players, but my apologies if we run out of time to change the stream over. Cheers.
We have the court one mic over here. We'll look this way for court one. Yeah, a good game for you today.
Yeah, it was a good game. I wish we'd ramped it up a bit. We're not playing quite like we used to. I'm going to ramp it up to play New Zealand later.
Okay, was that because the opposition didn't let it play, or are you guys just cold in the morning here?
It was quite a scrappy game, quite feisty, bit frisky. Everyone's getting in between each other. Quite a hard game to rotate down the wall, but we managed to match the game and get a few goals in.
Yeah, I like your motion there, frisky. That was a good one. Where are you playing in the game?
Where are we playing?
No. What position are you playing?
I play centre forward, so I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle. And how are you enjoying the pool and the setup today?
The whole layout of the pool is quite nice. Like the tall sub stands, quite nice to stand on. Quite different from Spain. We just got a little box, and we're all quite small.
Well done in that. You got any messages for the folks at home and been watching? There was some lovely number of comments coming through the streaming for it. Go GB and all that sort of things. And what you don't have, Eric? What's the name of your floating device?
It's just a little boat. We had Jeremy in Spain, but I'd like to shout out to our coach Georgie back at home. We love you lots. A shout out to my dad and my brother and Josh at home.
Well, congratulations and good luck. You got another game today?
Yeah, we're versus New Zealand this afternoon.
Oh, well, so you're going to go away and sort out some strategies to play again?
Have a good team talk, get it done.
Yeah, okay. Good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.